Hello students, still on our the Gold Stars International e-learning program, and it's for the JS1 students computer studies lesson. So last week in our previous lesson I told you that a computer is made up of two parts, which are the software and the hardware. And I told you that there are two types of software, which are the application software and the system software. Now today we want to talk about the hardware, and the hardware has to do with the physical parts of the computer that you can see with your eyes and touch with your hands. Take from example, we have the monitor. The monitor is a device that you can see with your eyes and you can touch the monitor with your hands. You can feel it. It's a hardware. The keyboard also, you can touch it. You can type the keyboard. The system, you need the same thing. You can feel it, you can touch it. The mouse, you can touch it. The speaker, you can touch it. So that is what makes them the physical component of the computer, which is the hardware device, or the hardware devices. Now I told you that they include the monitor, the system, and all that. We also have the peripherals. Now the peripherals are also parts of the computer system in which you can connect behind the system unit to help you carry out your tasks properly. You can get them from where they say computer accessories. So in the course of our lesson, I will give you examples of those computer peripherals. So they can be input devices, they can be the secondary storage devices, and also data communication devices. Data communication devices like the modem. Modem is also a hardware. You know the modem is like this. The modem is like this. You open it and you connect it to either the system unit or the laptop. What the modem does is that it supplies network to your computer so as to access the internet. We have Airtel modem, we have MTN modem, we have Etisalat modem, name it. So they give you access to the internet. Now they are part of the peripherals that you buy outside. When you are buying your computer or your laptop, it doesn't come with this modem. So what do? If you really want to work with the internet, what do? You get this and you do you connect it to your computer so as to access the internet. Now that is an example of a computer peripheral. Now that computer peripheral, there are also hardware portions of the computer, meaning that they belong to the hardware, because you can see them and do touch them. They are made up of the inputs and output devices. In our last lesson, I told you about the input and output devices. I gave you examples of the output and input devices when I was treating the a typical hardware configuration. I made mention of the input devices, which include the keyboard, mouse, camcorder, and all that, and also made mention of the devices on the output devices, which are the plotter, monitor, and speaker. So now all those devices I made mention of last week are all examples of peripherals, because you connect them to the system units. Now the monitor is also a peripheral, keyboard is a peripheral, mouse, disk drive, printer. You know what a printer is. When you are done with your work, you put a paper on a printer. It's a machine that allows you to do to print your work from the computer. So you put your paper, you print your work so that you can see it on a paper. It is called a hard copy, because you can touch it. Anything you can touch is hard. It's either you call it hard copy or hardware. That hard copy is that you can hold it, you can feel it in paper form. But that soft copy is that you are seeing it on the computer screen, but you cannot hold it. So that's why it is called a hard copy. So now we also have the joystick, we have the scanner. I treated these ones last week. So they are all computer peripherals. They are all connected to the microprocessor, and the microprocessor is found inside the system unit, which is the brain of the computer. So by the time you connect all these things behind the system unit, what will happen? The system unit will automatically recognize those things, and they will aid you to do what? Carry out your tasks or your job on the computer system. I have to still talk about the input devices here, because there are some input devices in which you do not really know. So, but I will explain 3 today, then in our next class I can explain more. So number 1 is the POC. The POC is a computer input device that contains glass or magnified glass with a crosshair, allowing user to accurately trace an object or perform precision drawing. These are devices commonly used in graphic design. This POC is a device which you place on an object. What does it? It magnifies the object, and when it magnifies the object, what does it? It captures the object and transfer it into the computer system, so that you can view it on the computer system. So that is the function of this POC, and it's also a peripheral. When you buy your computer, it doesn't come with it. So this is a peripheral that you buy from outside, connect it to your system to allow you to do what? Get an object, magnify an object, and do what? Transfer it into a computer system. So let's talk about the stylus. The stylus is a small pen-shaped instrument whose tip position on a touch screen can be dictated by the screen. It's because of this stylus that I came with this phone. Now, I don't know if you have come across people trying to write on a phone screen or on a computer screen. That stylus is in a pen shape. It looks like a pen. What do? You try to use it to write on the phone, or sometimes use it to point. There are some that use it to point. There was this phone that ran those days. You see people, when they get their phone, you see them using something that is like a metal, something that is like a stick or pen shape. They use it to be pointing the computer. It's either they use their hand to touch the computer or the phone, or they will use that thing that is in pen shape and begin to control the phone or the computer. So that is the stylus. Some even use theirs to write. There's this one that is like a pen, use it to write on a phone or a touch screen. So what does it do? When you get a touch screen, touch screen is a different device that you can get from outside. So that touch screen, you will do what? You can keep it on your palm, and you use the stylus to write on it. And whatsoever you write on this touch screen transferred into the computer system, you see it appear on the monitor, on the computer monitor. So this is the computer monitor, and this is the system unit. You know, you connect the monitor behind the system unit. So let me forget about other peripherals like the keyboard and the mouse and talk about the touch screen. So let me assume that I am holding the touch screen. It also has its own cable. You now connect it behind the system unit. Or maybe this touch screen is here. The touch screen is here. You now connect it behind the system unit. So when you now get the stylus, what do? You write it on the screen. This is a screen. Whatsoever you write, do what appears here. Just like the light pen. But this one is different from the light pen. So sometimes you use it to do what? Operate the phone. So that is on that. So let's talk about the barcode reader or scanner. This barcode reader or scanner is a kind of label. It's something like this. It's like this. You see it in all products. You come and see a number. Maybe you see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, things like this. This is a code. This is a code that only the manufacturer of the product understands this code. So what the barcode reader does is to capture this and translate it, decode this thing. And as soon as it decodes it, it enters it into the monitor so that you'll be able to do what? Read and understand it as a computer user. I don't know if you have been to the ShopRite before. At the point of making your permit, you find out that there are sales reps sitting with their system in front of them. You see them when they get a product, they will scan it. That monitor will capture something like this. It will capture it. When it captures it, what does it do? That thing is, they connected a barcode that there is something they will bring. There's something they will bring. They will capture it or they will place it depending on how it is connected to the computer. So the computer will now do what? Capture that. It will capture this kind of thing. And when it captures it, that barcode reader will do what? Decode this thing in a language that the computer will do what? Understand. You are not coming to the ShopRite to negotiate price or to bargain with them. As soon as you are done shopping, you take the whole product to them. What they do is they will pick one, they will put it in front of the screen or in front of the computer. The computer will capture it. So they are doing what? They are putting it in front of the what? Barcode reader. So what that barcode reader does is to do what? Capture this thing and do what? Decode it to the computer, and the computer will be able to know how much your goods worth. So that is what the barcode reader does to all the products until at the end of the calculation or at the end of the capturing, the computer will now do what? Will now bring out the price or display the price on the monitor, and the sales rep will now do what? Print it out and give it to you in a paper form, so you'll be able to see everything that you bought and the prices. So that is the function of the what? Barcode reader. It is an optical scanner that can read printed barcodes, decode the data to a what? Computer. So that is the function of the what? Barcode reader. So the barcode reader or scanner does not come with the computer. So it depends on the function you want to use it to perform that will make you do what? Get it, purchase it from outside, then connect it to your system. So that is on the what? Barcode reader or what? Scanner. So I've been able to explain the peripherals, the POC, the stylus, and the barcode reader. By God's grace, in our next class, I will still explain more computer peripherals which can aid you to carry out your work properly. So we've come to the end of today's lesson, and I have an assignment for you. Number one is explain the following terms. Explain the POC as I taught you, explain the stylus, and also explain the words barcode. So God bless you.